Morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. Welcome back to the Beta Plan, playing another round of Planescape Torment. Before I see your comments. Well, not entirely true, but also a bit true. The fact was, the last episode I said it was the last, but the way that it's now going out with the new series going up also from Civ 5, it kind of noticed that I kind of needed to make one more episode for them all to line up. So, hence I'm making one more, but I haven't also not seen a single comment on my first two videos of this. So sad. Well, but let's talk to Awaiting Death. Before he was a young dustman with stubble in his chin and dark circles beneath his eyes, he's staring at the wall with a somber expression. Greetings. Can I ask some question? He doesn't respond, but he keeps staring at the distance. Alrighty then, Miss Maud hisses at you. Let's go, Chief. This dusty might as well be fertilizer. Fair enough, let's get out of here. As you turn to leave, the dustman suddenly speaks, his voice barely a murmur. You have to strain to hear the words. You think he said something about wanting to die. What did you say? The boy's expression does not flicker. Do you want to die? Truth? No, do you? Yes, he stutters you. Why do you want to live? Survival instinct? I want to live. Because I can't really say if there is oblivion or not, because I can't come back. I don't know anything about death. So the other answer seemed a little bit suspicious. The dustman listens silently. After you speak, he does not respond, merely watches you. He looks like he's thinking. Do you want to die? Is that why you asked? Yes. Then why haven't you killed yourself already? I've been looking for a means to end my life. Will you kill me? It depends. How much? He tosses a small bag on the table. And this bag is all that I own. 50 coppers. Kill me, and it is yours. Alright then, close your eyes. Apparently we're just gonna kill a man right in front of his, fellow faction members. He closes his eyes. And by the way, are we going to kill him, or are we going to just take his money and leave quietly? You know what? At first I want to know why you want to die. This existence is a mockery of life. Oh yeah, we're gonna get all that true death thing again. Death is silent, comforting. How do you know? You've never died before. This is what I always find so weird from some suicide people. They say death is comforting, all pain will stop. You cannot know. I believe in God, but I do not say you must believe in God because I don't know. Faith it's inherent in faith that you actually do not know. It's what you feel. And thus, you cannot say it ends it all. You cannot be that strict about it. I know no belief is strong, but so that's a bleak outlook. There's a lot more to life than pain and hatred. This is living. He bares his teeth and his hands clenches. This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue the charade any longer. Death is silent. Comfort me. Trust me, it's not. The boy seems irritated by your comment. And how do you know? I think I've died before. Don't remember much about it though. The man blinks then sneers. You lie. No man can die more than once. Not without being resurrected by mighty magics. Try and kill me then. See what happens. No, that would be a bad thing, because I was told by my tattoo not to say that to other people. That doesn't sound much smarter now, does it, sir? The voice in your head? No, the voice is on my back. Would you like to see? Uh-oh, I cannot stop myself now. He looks like he wanted to turn away, but he cannot. You can't be serious. Take your hands and twist your neck. Your vision slowly returns. Your death felt different this time. You see Awaiting Death standing above you. He looks horrified and fascinated. I kind of meant in a different way. You know, we couldn't show him DNR because nobody sees her. That would have made me just more of a madman. But alright. He has popped you into his chair and is looking apprehensively at the other bar patrons. They don't appear to have noticed or have mistaken you for a drunk. Convinced now? Are you one of the Walking Dead? I don't really know, to be honest. Then what are you? I don't know, but I die and I'm reborn. Yet you still think and still feel? Let's just say yes. To be dead and still think and feel? Will misery never leave the body? The thought seems horrifying. Even death is no release. Indeed, perhaps you should not be so quick to abandon this life before knowing what the next life holds for you. The boy falls silent, thinking. Eventually he turns back to you. Your words carry weight, sir, and a fresh perspective. I will do as if you said. That's all I ask. Live, grow old, and learn. Farewell. We gain a lot of experience, but not as many coins. Oh well. Let's see here. Or you again, I can't remember you. He is frowning in his drink and mumbling to himself. Greetings. Okay, initiate, Dustman, guard. Yeah, I'm here by the posting outside, that was it. Many troubles have I, help can you? A mausoleum awakes, the dead walk, the dead disturb, the Dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead, and cover will I pay you. Very well, with this mausoleum. Oh, and he tells me to go north and west from Black Monument, and send a circle over your heart. With this finger you make, he wiggles the index finger of his right hand to the mausoleum. Go, you will. I'll look into it then. Farewell. He more or less gave us, well, a portal key. Mortal conveyed Gravesend, Dustman. Well, Seer the Skeptic, you have a name. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La, look who's come calling on Seer today. Death's dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head in disbelief. By every power in its mother, boy. What crypt do you crawl out of? I'm fresh from the mortuary, actually. Let's just humor her, you know, just make it so blatantly that she wouldn't even believe so. That's so. Sarah raises an eyebrow. Warms my ears to hear that you gave that place to laugh, boy. Not much of a watering hole for one who isn't leaving themselves? She sniffs. Too many cowards and dusty minds. You don't like the mortuary, but aren't you a dustman? Dustman, I suppose, Sarah sniffs. I've seen enough sand pass through this hourglass while wearing these robes, the body almost ready to pay the ferryman. She chuckles, but there's not much more in it. Are you afraid of dying? Of course I am, boy. Who isn't? She frowns and glances around. Well, except dustmen. They're not afraid because they have been swallowing so much of their own bad droppings over the decades. They've blinded themselves into thinking that death is some kind of release. I see, you are the other type of cries of the faith regarding the dustman. So what sparked the cries of faith? Life, I suppose. Never you mind, I won't bore you with the niggling details. I'd like to know, actually. Oh, would you? She looks at you skeptically. How old do you take me for, boy? Truth. Old. You snort. Well, you're wrong. I'm really old. Now I've spent most of my long years teaching dustmen. I've seen many dustmen whelps grow without order, taught them to be ways of the faction, kept the faith, preached the tenets of the faction. She frowns, and so on, no question, no doubt. This life was merely an antechamber that led to the true death. And what happened? Oh, about half a month back, I went sick with a fever, she sighs. I thought it was the end. It rattled my cage. How? Her face becomes a stone. There's something about having your faction members circle around your deathbed like a pack of pale-faced ghouls nodding and agreeing that your suffering and dying is all for the best. Oh, Seer is so important. She shall soon be relieved of the burden of life. Burden of life? That's when it struck me. That there was something. A queer expression comes to her face. Adult about not appreciating your life. The dustman keeps saying that life is misery and suffering. Is it? That we should be happy to pass on into oblivion? Should we? She shakes her head. Questions, and precious few answers. Doesn't sound like you believe in the dustman philosophy anymore. I suppose I've got a swarm of doubts all buzzing in my skull. She rubs her temples. How to get them all to be quiet sometimes? They need to be fed some answers. And I haven't got them to work them out yet. So what will you do? To be a square boy? I don't know. She sighs. That's the problem with doubt. I can't even trust what I'm feeling is true. Or if I'm scared of death only because of my brush with the fever. Or even what I should do. Is this a passing thing? I don't know. You know, although I don't agree with the dustman, and I do believe that pain and suffering is a part of life, but is not all that is life, I do think it's rather difficult so late in life to change your face. So I'm actually going to help her out and say, at the core of the Dustman philosophy is that this life is one of pain. It is a weapon that life uses against the soul to keep an anchor to the existence. Do not let this brush with fever. Break your Dustman belief so. Time will heal these doubts. And I get XP for it. She nods slowly. Maybe so, maybe so. I'll chew over some more. I must take my leave. Oh, done. Let's talk to Mordecai Gravesend. Oh, yes. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Possibly, are you certain it was me? Maybe I was mistaken. Well, no matter. How is it that Mordecai Gravesend can help you? Do you seek? He clucks his tongue as he speaks. The contract, perhaps. Not as a thank you. He wants me to sign a contract so that you get coppers paid, and when you die, the Dustman can claim your body and make you a zombie.
I'm gone.
Seeing
Done.
Well, don't want that to happen to me because I don't know what that will do with my memories should that happen. And I think I was told not to sign anything. I won't do that. Or you. And Morik. If you measure ownership in copper, then this is not my settlement. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. I guess this is just a man that can tell us more about the faction, but we don't really need that. We already got quite a bit of XP, and I like it. And well, we're getting quite a little bit ahead. So we could go either to this side, where Anna said that, well, she said, Farrod would be, but I think it is about time that we, initiated some combat. By just throwing a litany of curse around.
Your face is just begging to be kicked.
Yes, you heard it right. My companion over here is capable of just annoying people so much that they just want to attack him. It's called a litany of curses. Didn't know that yet about him, did ya?
What's up?
And, well, that's a good way for us to get XP, because, voila, 6253. And, well, you know what happens when you kill bad man. Oh, you gain XP.
Oh, squid.
And if they go red, then they actually lose armor, and I think gain a bit of damage actually against Mort. But seeing Mort has so many damage resistance, it doesn't matter. I'm not actually sure if it does give damage resistance. Can I look that up? Not sure if I can actually. Is that in the spellbook? Oh, wrong button. I don't know anymore how to look that up. I probably can ask him. You know, because you are also in this game, you can just talk to your party members.
What's eating you, Chief?
Mort, I don't mind you tagging along, but is there anything else you can do except chatter? Hey, chattering is my best trait. He rattles his teeth for a moment, then grins. Hey? Hey? Oh, that's good to hear. No, but seriously, I got a knack for chattering in just the right way. I can really bend an ear if you know what I'm saying. I got insults, backtalk, stuff that will curl someone's ears into their skull, you know. Was that useful? Oh, it's one of my many talents. It's called my litany of curses, you see. Sometimes I can really bend someone's ears with just the right comment. Of course, and I usually have to do a lot of running afterwards. But you get the idea.
Updated my journal.
And well, there we go. He can spit it out in, it's a very, note that more insults hears, the better his litany of curses become. More or less, we need to teach this guy more insults. Yes, it will make his ability stronger.
I'm gone.
We need to have people that curse like crazy. You have a green skin. Not sure if that's right. Now, I know we were set to go that way, or into the mausoleum, but we are only our party of two, and that is a little bit dangerous. Don't really want to do that. And I know that this I remember you. I won't talk to Mould yet, or some other people here, because they're... Oh, I kind of know something about them, and we'll have to get to that later. We need a little bit more dexterity, I think, and a little bit more memories. Each inch of this man is skin covered in a web of black lines. It is as some artist chose to accent every crest in his flesh with a quill pen. The overall fact is such that even when his face shows no expression, he appears to be frowning. Now, I'm not going to talk about all that this man does for Feral, but what you have to know, well, how shall I put it? He has an interesting philosophy. He has been robbed, which I'm trying to show you off as you post in the game, but he was a bit afraid, and then of course you say you're afraid for muggers, and then he says I wasn't afraid for being mugged, I was afraid for killing their life. And then you're going a little bit like, what? Well, if you could have killed him, why did you let him rob you? This one walks the path of a warrior. Weapons have walked with this one. The fist, the blade, the stave, the hatchet, the smiter. These tools are all known to this one. That isn't much of an explanation. Again, if a warrior with that much training, why let them rob you? This one is forbidden to attack. The lines ripple across his face as you speak. If one has struck at the free in anger, the vow of non-violence would be unmade. Vow of non-violence? You're a warrior? And a pacifist? This one is unfamiliar with your speech. What is this pacifist? Never mind. Why did you train so much if you're not permitted to attack another? This one is in the order of arid age. We await the final days where we all will be called to battle. The training and skills of this one, they are to be kept silent until then. Yes, and he has been robbed, so we want to get trained by him. And, of course he is a pacifist. We're not going to say that we're going to beat them like dogs and take the item back. And, I could see if I could talk them back into it. Not if I can help it. Alright, then. What is the item you've lost? And we must
Updated my journal.
get a prayer bead from somebody, hold on, game. Thank you. From 3 men dressed in red and black outside a bar that burns on the inside. Can't be too hard to find. But more interesting enough, look at it! There it is, a black Abishai! This black scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong, vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. Seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. Oh, Chief! Mort cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Bar that, you don't want to be rattling your boombox with any fiend on the street. Leave it be. Yes, because that is a demon. Demons can just walk across the street here in Sigil. We were just about to talk to this creature. Now first demon, and this is but one of the minor small ones. Trust me, there will be many, many other ones. Collector, harlot. I don't remember exactly where the person is that I want to. I know you. That's Mar. We kind of need some inventory space, and we kind of need some new party members. And I know where to get them, but we're not walking that direction just yet. So, Mar, let's talk to you. Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath. Preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. He motions toward you frenetically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. Approach this person and hear what he has to say. A look of excitement crosses his face as you approach. Thank you for stopping. My name is Ma, and I have a favor to ask you. I'm listening. It's a matter of life and death. I must be delivered to the Buxton, or be me head for sure. It is me bad luck that I twisted me leg something fierce. So will you help me out and deliver the box for me? I'll deliver this box for you. Mar slowly takes out a small box within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it is gone, and he looks at you and hands you the box. A slight shimmer surrounds the box, and both of you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box into your care. That is not a normal box now, is it? What now? It need to be delivering to Kuatra. He can usually be found somewhere down in the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, unless you try to say I didn't warn you. Whatever happens, don't open the box. Don't leave the hive with the box. I'll be off with you. I'll be back when I deliver the box. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
He says while running away. This little box here is very, very interesting. And it says don't open it. If you open it, you can get a tough, quick reward. If you don't open it, and of course we're not going to open it, this is a quest that starts here and goes along the entire end game. Quite far from now.
Come on,
Alright, then let's talk to this man.
I'm gone.
Nestor. You see an aging man, in soiled and tattered clothes, frenetically pacing in a corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction out in his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood. Is covered with grey stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by an unseen foe. He doesn't seem to notice your approach. Yes, this man is a little crazy. No, it's not you. Woo, but soon, yes soon. Who are you talking to? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Sorry, should talk a little slower. Hoo, you'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor will be waiting. Waiting. Who are you waiting for? Waiting, yes. He suddenly plops down to the floor as overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited. Waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever if I have to. You hear me? Are you alright? No! Nestor's face turns red and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork! Can't leave without my fork. Woohoo! Fork for fork. Your fork? Fork! Can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down manically, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard and stands against the back wall of the flop house. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone, stolen, can't go home without my fork. And who took your fork then? Oh, that he explains. Well, and I tell him I'll be helping him.
Updated my journal.
Alright then. Because once again, some nasty person took something away from him. Yeah, by somebody with a losing ear.
Done.
Because he cut it off, I think, or he bit it off.
Gone.
And I think that person is somewhere in this area. Is that
gone.
you? No.
Done.
Wrong person. That is you, one ear. You see a shaggy-looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by a patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at the sides. You notice he's missing a right ear.
Updated my journal.
Greetings, and then we get a... oh. Little journal update. I said greetings. What's the matter with you? Your ear not working? The one-eared tiefling scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts for garters. Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive? I don't know what you're talking about, Burke, he glares at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into ye. Whoa, I doubt you can even spell your name, you clueless sod. Oh, you sure do have a sharp tongue, Burke. I think I'll cut it out and feed it to you. It lunges at you. His knife's leading the way. Defend yourself. And something that we missed a little bit in our playthrough from Vampire the Masquerade Redemption is within Planescape Torment. You can pause the game in order to give the right, well, attack options. Tell people who to attack, what to do. As we try, and surely will, kill One Eye.
What? Okay.
Let's take a quality stiletto, dirty red charm, and a small fork. Small silver fork, I think, even. No, steel fork, sorry. Also begins with finesse, but quite different in value. And also quite different in looks, actually. Silver is quite a, well, in my eyes, a bit prettier. Oh, by the way, if you're surprised, this is a bounty art. Yes, we will look at it for a moment. But first, Nestor, is this the fork you speak of? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork! Come on, fork! Woohoo! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can't go home! Farewell! Woohoo! Farewell, Nestor! Nestor turns to leave, then as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery, the severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there is an earring still dangling from it. Pluck out the earring and discard the rotting piece of
Updated
flesh.
my journal.
And voila! A portal opens. Yes, that can be as
Done.
really as simple as a steel fork. You see the tall figure of a creature standing before you, the lower portion of its body resembling that of a goat. However, just above the powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance. With a man's torso, arms and head, all of which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed and it appears to be sleeping. I'll let the creature sleep, but yes,
Alright.
the goat version of a centaur, so to speak. And, well, of course, we can also show you that one. A little bit larger. About here. Yeah, you may not like the artwork. That can be... you may disagree with the artwork, but that is what about here looked. Oh! Suddenly attacked by a high fug. I come out of this place and he thought, well, I can rub this man dry.
Got a face only a sledgehammer could love. Yes.
Yes. You should really listen for what Mort says. Some of the lines are
What's up, Chief?
pretty funny, actually. I actually hit by the way a short key to unfortunately lock the view. I don't like it to lock the view on my main character.
I'm gone.
I still have it locked on my... You! Can you not lock it? Thank you. Because I think that gives a very annoying way to follow. And in the next episode, well, then we're going to walk around in this area called Rag Picker Square, and you can
Alright.
see the lovely mans in all kinds of dirty, dirty rags. And well, we will get some interesting things from here. And if you were wondering, that earring, well, that earring, we don't know what it does yet, but it is magical, so it wasn't too bad to get in that old man his fork. One good deed goes a long way. I'll say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.